You're both in the dressing room. You know what I expect. Act like professionals at all times, obey my instructions. Keep it clean. When I tell you to break, expect your break and stand straight back. Any questions? Let's go to work, lads.
10 3-minute rounds, ladies and gentlemen.
I like the look of this fight, Richie. It's an intriguing one. Experience, the older man against John Watson, the coming talent. Who's going to prevail?
Yeah, tough one to call, John. Tough one to call.
Seconds out, round one.
Marcus McDonnell, brother of Jim McDonnell, gets the action underway. John Watson, the bigger man in the black shorts, looks almost a weight division higher than lightweight. But Gethin is up for this, as they say. He said that when he lost to Scott Lawton, he was suffering from a bad cold. He just wasn't right on the night. Having said that, Lawton boxed really well that night, and I don't think you should take anything away from his victory. But this is another night, and tonight he's trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, Gethin was beaten against Lawton mainly because Lawton boxed very well behind that left jab of his and kept the gap and kept his distance. But Gethin, he's a come-forward fighter, tough lad, likes to take the fight to his opponent, and this is what's happening in this opening round now. He's coming forward, and Watson very wisely, he's keeping those hands up and those elbows tucked in.
Well, Watson, I'm sure, will have done his homework, and he'll have watched that fight when Lawton was able to spear Gethin with that really quality left-hand lead that he has, and he's had a big reach advantage over Gethin, probably more than Watson's got. Watson doesn't fight particularly tall, does he? And planted himself there to dig in a really good quality body shot.
Yeah, also there was a left hook there, super shot after the right uppercut went into the body. Left hook followed up there. That hit Gethin. That was a good shot from Gethin there to the body. This is a good opening round. They're both going toe-to-toe here.
And Watson is being forced to concede a little bit of ground as Gethin's quite prepared to go toe-to-toe with him. Has the makings of a crack of this in the opening stages. All about styles, and you suspect that this one's going to gel. Martin Gethin's been boxing just about his entire life. Claims to have started off as a 6-year-old. Well, that's a good shot. Good right hand that Watson brought up in close.
Well done, well done.
Oh, what a good left hook from Gethin there. That was right on the button. That really caught Watson.
Well, welcome to a higher level. This is a step up in class to John Watson, and already Gethin is showing that he's not only got the hand speed, but he's got the physical strength to keep coming forward and to meet Watson head on. Watson, as I was saying, has never lost a round professionally. Well, there's a good argument to suggest that he's lost this one because Gethin has started it really well. Good opening round, Richie.
Superb opening round, and Gethin's definitely won the round for me. He's been coming forward. His best shot has been that left hook. He's slipping that left jab of Watson's, and he's been getting home with that left hook. Good round for Gethin.
Well, there you are in the corner with John Watson. We've got Dave Caldwell. Also Peter McCormack in the spectacles. Well, it was toe-to-toe stuff in that first round, Richie.
Yeah, there was that right hand to the body there from Gethin. That was a great shot. But he's better with his left hook. He seems to slip the jab, and then he delivers that left hook. Did it towards the end of the round. Here it is there. There's the shot. Lovely, lovely shot. Just delayed reaction there with that left hook, but slipped the left jab and sent that left hook over.
A little bit of grazing under those prominent cheekbones of Martin Gethin, underneath the left eye, just scuffed up a bit already. That could be a factor the further the fight goes. Does have a tendency to mark up, does Gethin, who's in the white shorts, let me remind you. Every shot that Watson throws, of course, this committed crowd gets right behind him. do like their boxing up here. They've been starved of big quality entertainment since that great night back in 1998. I commentated on that fight, Shay Neary and Andy Holligan, and lovely to see Shay here this evening and looking so well. He hardly looks a day older.
What a tough cut as well, Shay Neary.
Good fighter.
Yeah. Better work from Watson in this opening round here now. Getting through with the right hand, and again.
You might have your money one way or the other at the moment, would you? It looks like a real pick-em fight, this. You're talking to Martin Gethin, saying, who do you really rate as a fighter? Well, he said Ricky Hatton and Sugar Ray Leonard. Not a bad combination.
Not too bad at all. Well, Gethin's tactics here, very plain and simple. He's trying to walk Watson down, gets caught there with the right hand, and then Watson switches the attack to the body. That was good from Watson.
It's a much better round from John Watson. Can't quite tell you what was said in the corner between the rounds, but certainly whatever it was, as Gethin gets in with a good right hand of his own, it's sent Watson out with renewed determination and vigour. Gethin is determined to be seen as the aggressor, though, isn't he? He's the one who wants to move forward, wants to force the fight.
Yeah, wants to force the fight, wants to close the gap down. That's the most important thing in his work. Got to close that gap down, work more at short and mid-range. Wants to land that right hand over the top, but also that left uppercut. Gets caught again. Good work from Watson.
And there's a smear of blood from the nose of Martin Gethin. Some really good, solid, meaty-looking headshots getting in from John Watson in this second round. He's put a big effort in here.
What Watson's done in this round, John, he's upped the work rate a little bit. He's started to throw his shots, probably 3s and 4s on the inside, and that's caught Gethin.
Errol Johnson was saying to me, Gethin's trainer, it's all very well him being a front runner and saying he's done this, he's done that, and taken out 9 people. Let's see what he's like after 5 rounds when my man's still there. That was a good round for Watson, though. Think he did enough to take that one, Richie? You agree with that?
Yeah, I think that levelled it up there, John. Watson, he come out of his shell a little bit. He did. Shots. Good boxing that was. Then he's back on the back foot. Excellent stuff. Right hand there, that was good. Great variation, brought an uppercut in, and then gets caught with one himself. But yeah, good exchange.
Saw Jamie Moore, the European light middleweight champion, among those watching at ringside on the far side of the ring. Good to see him here. Not only a terrific boxer, he's also a great boxing fan.
Don't wrestle, lessons. Work it again. Well done.
Watson's settled down into it now, hasn't he?
Well, he upped his game in that last round, definitely. Started to throw the punching combinations, good variation with the uppercut. We've just seen another one there. So he just upped it, but he had to. He really did. That's better work. That's better work with the jab.
Should say for identification purposes, Watson on the far side there in the black shorts.
I'd like to see Gethin maybe work more to the body himself, John. He caught Watson with some good right hands to the body in that opening round.
Just being a bit more cagey, isn't he? He's shipped a little bit of punishment in the last round, and maybe they've said, well, hang about, let's remember this is a 10-rounder.
It's working, you must stay in this work. I must push out. Get away.
A few words from Marcus McDonald telling them to work away out of the clinch. Which they duly do. Good left hand from Watson. What was that about, Richie?
I'm baffled myself there, John, but I'll tell you what that was about. That was Gethin getting through with a good right hand there.
May have hurt Watson, that. He's just wanted to hold on for a few seconds. Now, what damage has been done by that right hand? Gethin's caught him with another right. This is a really intense fight. It's going to be a grueling encounter the further it goes.
Good work again from Watson, and he's got to concentrate on keeping this fight at distance. He really has. Boxing at range, that was good, and then he holds. Yeah, it's good tactics from Watson there.
Doesn't really use his height advantage as much as he might, does he? Because he's got the reach. That's good from Watson. Good footwork as well.
Exactly. Hit the target and then he's moving away. That's what it's all about. Hit and move, hit and don't get it.
Another good round. Gethin's corner have been imploring him to go to work down the middle, not just try to catch him with hooks.
Good work here from Gethin, gets Watson on the ropes. The left hand went in there and also a right hand, that was good. Then Watson very cleverly just ties him up there. He was hurt in that exchange there, was Watson. Great body work though from Watson there. 2 shots to the body, then the left hook to the head. Super work, and then he moves off. Good boxing.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 4.
We're going into the 4th round. It's a 10-rounder. Watson was a slow starter, the undefeated lad from Liverpool. But he's settled into a far better rhythm now. But Gethin will be looking to drag him into the trench as the further the fight goes.
That was a super little right uppercut there from Watson. Well-timed punch. And Gethin sort of fell into him. Great shot that was.
Both of them landing heavy shots in there. Who landed with the greater authority? Marcus McDonald keeping a real close look at this. You can't take your eyes off it, can you? It's a fascinating tussle.
I mean, Watson, he's coming out with some quality work, but Gethin, he's got such a granite-like chin. Tough man, keeps coming forward. Very, very dangerous. Seems to recover quickly from the shots. Then he's on the front foot again. Dangerous.
Watson doing a better job at keeping it at range, and Gethin trying to walk him down, trying to cut him off in that corner. Took some real solid shots to the head as he did so.
Yeah, the good thing about Watson's work at the moment is he's starting to use the uppercut a lot more, and Gethin, he's open to that shot. He now and again leans over with that jab as he's coming forward, and he's open to the right uppercut. Oh, good work again, nice.
Good stuff from Watson. But coming towards the end of the 4th round, then he's going to be into uncharted territory. Never been past that point in a fight.
Well done, well done.
Watson's corner were telling him he'd got to maintain himself as a elusive target, not to just stand and trade with Gethin. But you can see employing a little bit of bravado, as much as to say, you've not hurt me, I'm still here. Watson landing the more punches, but Gethin still right in there. Let's have a listen to what they're saying to John Watson.
Just take that for me.
Quite advice, tell him to work away with the jab, keep it at range. And here in the other corner, Martin Gethin.
Listen, this kid cannot do angles, right? The minute you see that jab, step to right, throw your hand downwards, but then don't stay for 4 and 5, right?
Seconds out. Round 5.
We're going to the 5th round now. John Watson, on my card I'd have him ahead. Would you agree with that, Richie?
Yeah, I've got it 39-37, so I've got him by 2 at the moment, John Watson. But the problem he's got now, believe you me, Martin Gethin, he's just warming up. He's a 10-round fighter, and now he's just getting into it himself.
You know all about the difference as you step up in class and go the greater rounds. How much of a difference between 4 rounds potentially and 10 rounds?
Yeah, there believe you me, John. It's like a sprint and a marathon, a 4-rounder to a 10-rounder. And you have to know when to have the odd quiet round here and there. Try and win the round, but take a breather. It's all experience, and obviously John Watson won't have gone through that just yet. But what is very important, this will be not only a physical test for him, but a test of his mentally. Because you've got a man who keeps coming at you, you can't hurt him, believe you me. That is a test mentally.
Those shots being taken largely on the arms of Gethin. Comes from a real fighting family. His 2 brothers are professionals, older brothers, Steve and Darren. The Gethin corner are saying, get on him, don't let him get his second wind. They suspect at this stage that Watson is either feeling the pace or is trying to take a little bit of a breather.
Well, Watson, for me, is boxing very sensibly. He's on his back foot, he's maintaining that gap. Gethin's starting to make mistakes a little bit now, and Watson's exposing them, he's bringing them onto the shots, boxing well. Gethin has got to get to his man and try and get him on those ropes in those corners, restrict that movement a little bit. That's what he's got to do. But Watson, cleverly and wisely, on the back foot, keeps moving.
Gethin getting through with the right hand. He could do with 2 or 3 big shots just to really get himself back into this fight. Started so well in the opening period. Doubling up on the jab, and the corner impressed by that. You might have heard in the background them shouting, good lad. That's a good jab from Watson.
You see what Watson's doing, he's boxing at range, but then he's holding and he's tying Gethin up on the inside. Gethin hasn't worked that out just yet, and he's just nullifying his work. It's a sensible tactic, box at range, but when the guy comes to you, then hold, tie him up. It's good boxing from Watson.
Watson doing well, Gethin's corner, trying to get him to be the aggressor, trying to get him to push their man back. Here's Martin Gethin.
Because he can't work that out. Not working.
Telling him he's got to bring his shots up, Richie.
Yeah, a bit of action here. Just walking onto some punches here. Good 2 left hooks there from Watson. Second one definitely got through. Switches the attack again downstairs, but see, he's boxing at range and he's boxing on the back foot. It's a clever tactic. Good left hook to the body there from Gethin, but he just catches one as he starts to straighten up.
Seconds out, round 6.
Well, John Watson has passed the exam, certainly in the first half of the fight. We're now into the second half. Gethin, remember, is the man with the experience at going the longer distance, and now Marcus McDonald just saying, come on lads, let's just clean it up a bit, let's tidy it up. Nice footwork, Watson. So I'm sure the Gethin corner would love him to jump on him a bit more and just prevent him from doing pretty much as he likes when he jigs around the ring like that.
Breaks the Boxe, step away, both you.
Watson, his corner must realise that he's already got a healthy points advantage. So if he can just stay out of harm's way and keep Gethin at range, it's his fight.
That's it, and what Gethin's got to do more, John, here is when he does get those opportunities on the inside, he must work. Now and again, he's allowing Watson to hold him a little bit. When you see there now, he's just, there he tied himself up there, he just leaned into Watson, and Watson's grabbed him. Those are the opportunities. You know, he stops his movement then, Watson, and that's when Gethin has got to work to the body.
Well, as they got in close there, I got the distinct impression that it was Watson who landed the better punches. Again, the bravado from Gethin, dropping his gloves, inviting Watson to come in. Protest from the Gethin corner about Watson holding.
Breaks the Boxe, time out.
And now he's got to say something about it. That's a pretty clear and emphatic warning. If he does it again, he could be in dangerous territory, maybe the possibility of points being deducted. Oh, good shot, good right hand, really good quality uppercut from Watson. Gethin takes it well.
Yeah, and with the referee just warning Watson there, that's actually give confidence to Gethin. He keeps coming forward, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to fasten those feet up a little bit, get to his man. But Watson is boxing a superb fight, John, on the back foot. He really is boxing well.
Switching momentarily as he works his way along the ropes. Last few seconds of the sixth round. It's difficult to work out an argument for Gethin having won this either. It's Watson who's been bossing it, the less experienced man, passing this examination at the moment with flying colours.
Figure them out now. See, speed. You don't have to load up on anything. It's your speed that's hurting him, right? Not your power shots, not when you set yourself. Your speed's beautiful, yeah? Good lad. Just a little bit tight.
The words of Dave Coldwell, and you could hear him saying that speed is the key. You don't need to land, don't need to load up. Speed's what's winning it.
Fight, yeah? You know what
Well, he's right, but it's speed with movement, and here I think some good examples. There's that right uppercut, great variation there. Started off with a jab, and then brought the right uppercut through. Some good, he's on the back foot here though, Watson. There it is again, different angle, right uppercut, great shot.
Now what can Gethin do? This is the opposite corner. And being implored to up his work rate and to get into this fight. It is slipping away. And Watson, well, on my card, he's got a 4 or 5 point advantage here, Richie. He must have.
Yeah, I've got it 59-55 at the moment for Watson. whether he can keep this work rate up.
Question as well as to whether or not Gethin has the power. Does have 7 stoppage victories in his 15 wins. Has he got the power to turn this one around?
He seems to be one pace, Gethin. He's strong, he's coming forward all the time, but there's no real speed in those shots. Very one pace, he's just a tough guy. Oh, he gets caught with a good left hook there from Watson.
Looked flashy, but it was good, it was effective. Good footwork again, which you've been talking about, Richie. Created the opening for that lovely sweet left hand. Gethin saying, come on, let's have some more. It's a better body shot from Gethin.
Oh, there was a good left hook as well from Watson there, back on the ropes, and well-timed shot. But there was a clear example of Gethin allowing Watson off the ropes. He's got him in a good position there. That's when he should be attacking, doubling up the attack or sustaining the pressure a little bit. But again, look, lets him off. Good footwork.
Gethin is starting to be on the receiving end of a bit of a showboating performance here now from Watson, who's turning on a few tricks and is quite content to show that he is more agile, more nimble, greater footwork, better hand speed, and that he is the more complete all-round package.
Well, we've seen this type of work from Watson over 4 rounds, haven't we, many times, but it's whether he could actually do it over the longer duration, and he's doing it up to now, and he's maintaining it.
Got the impression he just took his foot off the gas, didn't he, at one point, so thinking about the 4th or the 5th round, and just thought, well, if this is going to go the distance, let's make sure I've got a bit in the tank. There's some blood around in there, which it might be from Watson's nose.
Last off, John. Last off.
Blood as well from Gethin's nose, certainly. Another good round for John Watson, this. Look at that, lovely footwork. Gethin had him seemingly trapped in the corner, and suddenly he was just punching shadows.
That was probably the best shot of the round, that right uppercut there from Watson. Lovely movement with the feet, brought him onto the shot.
Well,
good
that
round.
was really good boxing from John Watson. Very, very impressive.
That was fantastic. Right? You enjoy that? Remember, so we got to do to win this fight, right? Let's do that again. Exact same again. Right? Just don't start clowning too much, right? No, listen.
Yeah, not too much clowning, they're saying. The blood coming from the bottom lip. He was doing the bit of the old Muhammad Ali tricks, wasn't he?
Well, he was, but
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, but he was landing with some good shots towards the end of the round, especially. This is the movement there with the feet. Excellent work, and there's that right uppercut. That was the shot of the round. Superb.
10 seconds corners.
Fantastic, right? Just keep switched on, right? Keep switched on. Angles, you cannot do anything with you, right? Keep the angles going. Wicked, wicked.
Seconds out. Round 8.
I think we can glean from what we were hearing in the corner there that they are very happy with what John Watson's doing right now.
Well, it's not over yet, believe you me, because Gethin, he's still strong and he's still dangerous, and he'll be looking to win this fight right, to the last seconds of the contest. Will Gethin?
Well, he's got to find a big shot. When he gets in there, gets in close, Watson is doing a pretty good job of tying him up.
Yeah, and up to now, John, I think the Watson corner summed it up for me just in that during that round when he said, "Are you enjoying it?" And believe you me, he looks like he is enjoying it. It's a great comment, and yeah, he's enjoying this contest.
Well, he's gone through the gears, hasn't he? He's switch hitting, fighting out of the southpaw stance now. Shown some flashy footwork, and he's shown that he can take a few shots. It's a good division, this, in the British terms. We spoke earlier on about Amir Khan, about John Murray, about John Thaxton.
Step boxing. Turn around.
Scott Lawton. There are plenty of good performers in the lightweight division. And John Watson trying to show that he's another challenger in there.
Crisper shots from Watson again, and I just feel that Gethin, John, just ran out of ideas for me, you know. Hasn't been able to change it. He's still tough, still coming forward. The quality just isn't there in his shots compared to Watson's.
Watson needed a round to look at what he could do, didn't he? And once he'd seen what he could do, he's done a pretty good job of doing that. When he gets in close, he's tied him up.
Break, step Boxe, step away.
There again, Gethin getting inside, trying to work away, and Watson's doing a pretty good job of stopping him doing it. That's a good right hand.
Yeah, Gethin just showing there that he's still in this contest, he's still dangerous, still forcing the pace. Hasn't taken a backward step for Gethin.
Gethin stalking him, walking him down. Heads going in close.
Let's get out, push away, let's get out. You're leaning in, you're leaning in, son, lean away, let's get out of there.
Gethin's going to have 6 minutes left after this now, and has got to produce a really big effort to turn it round. He thinks he's done enough to win that round. I'm not sure I'd agree.
No, I think John Watson won that round again for me. I think Gethin, he's coming forward and he's just walking onto the punches. The quality is from John Watson. He's boxing a superb fight, and he's holding it, he's maintaining it.
Swings to the head. Them two slides.
Both lads had their moments in this round. Watson working at range. Lovely jab that was, Richie.
Yeah, just speared him with the jab there. This is Gethin coming up here. There's that right hand. That was a good shot.
10 seconds, corners.
And Watson just ties him up. Closer round, could have gone to Gethin, but I'm going Watson.
Seconds out, round 9.
Well, even if it did go to Gethin, still on my card anyway, needs to stop this fight for him to win it. Watson too far ahead on points for me. More fancy stuff from Watson. The chants of Watson, Watson, go up from the Liverpool faithful. Here at this big boxing event at the Echo Arena in Liverpool on the banks of the River Mersey.
No, you are, let go, let go.
More showboating from Watson.
Turn around.
Ever had anybody do that to you, Richie?
What's that, John?
Taking the mick in the ring.
No, I haven't actually, to be quite honest. I've had a few boxers try and wind me up here and there, you know, but not take the mick.
Gethin's corner were shouting to him, don't let him take the mick, for want of a better word. Just doesn't look as though it's going to happen, does it, for him?
No, it's a slower round from both of them. I think they're both feeling the pace a little bit. Gethin, as ever, on the front foot. For me, up to now, he's probably winning this round.
But he needs to win them really big, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Got to get him into trouble somehow.
You know, just sheer persistence probably in this round is winning it for him, but the qualities definitely from Watson, but he just took his foot off the gas in this round, Watson.
Needs to find the chin, doesn't he? Well, Gethin's coming forward. You can't fault the work rate, can't fault the desire, but has he got the talent? Gethin, that is.
Tell you what, he's earned his corn tonight. He's a tough lad, tough kid.
Watson's boxed really well. And he's learned a lot. He's learned something about himself tonight, I think. He put this into the memory bank, assuming he comes through the 10 rounds. Great learning experience.
Right, stop boxing.
The important thing as well, John, he hasn't got complacent, has he? He's kept his tactics. But that for me was a Gethin round.
But only probably the second or third that he's won. Now just one round remaining.
Not give him anything. But
See what they're saying.
This referee likes us to be throwing shots, right? Nothing more than 3. But I want 1s and 2s, right? Remember the third shot's downstairs, right? Your left hook's a little bit too high, right? I want fastest round that you've ever fucking had, right? I need sharp hands. He's just going to walk through absolutely everything.
Last round, okay? Last round.
He's going to walk through absolutely everything.
Gethin's been on his feet right the way through the minute interval. Big Errol Johnson imploring him now to one last great effort to turn it around.
Come
on, let's go! Come on!
Getting a slap in the face.
Seconds out for the 10th and final round.
The two-touch gloves, been a good fight. Not quite turned out to be the classic that it threatened to be in the early stages, largely because Watson has bossed it for the most.
Hey, stop boxing, step away, box.
He's boxed very clever, hasn't he? He's applied the right tactics and he stuck to the game plan. Worked off that back foot, held here and there, you know, nullified his work, his opponent's work, and yeah, he's boxed superbly on that back foot. Oh, again, lovely combination there from Watson. But Gethin, sheer persistence keeping him there.
The crowd like to see wars, of course, but the whole point of the game is to hit and not be hit. And if you're going to have a long professional career, as John Watson would hope to have, then the less shots you take, the better it is. And he's done pretty well, although Gethin trying to force the pace.
He's had real confidence in his own fitness, Watson, tonight, because he's hit this fella with everything and just keep coming. And remember, he's never been over 4 rounds, Watson. He's kept strong mentally and physically tonight, John Watson.
Good crowd in this splendid arena in Liverpool, and they're appreciating the efforts of their local lad. There again, good work rates in the final round of a 10-rounder. Watson just needs to get on his bike, stay away. Unless he unravels dramatically, surely he's going to get the verdict. Good little flurry of punches, no damage from them, but they catch the eye of the referee. And he's the man who's scoring. Good punch from Gethin.
Oh, what a great shot from Gethin that was. I'll tell you what, John Watson went there. He got caught with a cracking shot there, did Watson. Gethin so dangerous. I said, didn't I, the last seconds, he's dangerous right to the last seconds.
He's got 20 seconds to survive, Watson. Caught again by a straight left hand from Gethin. Can he get in there even at this late stage? And Watson now holding on, wanting to buy precious seconds to see him through to the final bell. Gethin needs one big shot. Watson holds on, the seconds ticking away. A brave effort from Martin Gethin, but he just cannot find the one big knockout punch that he needs to turn this fight around dramatically Gethin wants it, but he's not going to get it. It's the arm of the Liverpudlian, John Watson, that is rightly raised. But in that 10th round, Martin Gethin came so close to turning it all around. He was clipped in the last 30 seconds. The two of them tumbled to the canvas. Watson was hurt. Gethin went for it, but he just couldn't find the punch to take him out.
Yeah, what an incredible finish, and Gethin just showed his true worth there. I said he's dangerous right to the last few seconds, and he nearly pulled it off. Watson had gone twice towards the last 30 seconds in that round. Super finish by Gethin, but I've got it 97-93 for John Watson.
I'd agree with that. I don't think it's going to be too far off the mark. And what drama in that last round when he landed that punch and they both went clattering down to the canvas.
After 10
Here's
rounds
the results.
of boxing, your referee Marcus McDonald from Twickenham in Middlesex would firstly like to pass on his compliments to both boxers for a superb fight. He scores the contest 96 points to 95. Your winner in the red corner from Liverpool, John Watson.
Well, he's only given it by the closest of margins. Must say I found it a little bit wider than that. But Gethin so nearly winning. Maybe that last round was scored 10-8. I suppose if he's given it as a knockdown. Here's the left hand, there's where he went. And in his enthusiasm to try and land another punch, the two of them went tumbling down. I suppose you could argue that was a knockdown.
Yeah, it could have been a 10-8 round, couldn't it, for Gethin?
Well, what a dramatic conclusion to the contest. But the result, no doubt about it, close, but Watson gets the win.